Hi friends, Grace Rizza here, and today's message is one that is so important to me. I've been wanting to do this video for a long time and things have just picked up and gotten busy. But today I'm talking about joy, and that may sound weird. Like, why is a dental marketing person talking about joy? Well, I see a lot of comments in these Facebook groups. I see a lot of dentists talking about what should I do in this situation? What should I do in that situation? And we're always thinking with this critical mind of what's fair and what's right. And that's good to do that. But I think there's a big lack of understanding on what it takes to stay in your space and grow in your space and continue to thrive in your space. And if you're here to play what I'm going to call is the long game, you're here to make a career out of your passion, then this video is certainly for you. Because in order for us to stay in a place where we don't burn out, where we don't lose good team members, where we have what we need around us to be happy with our work and happy with what we've done, then we can stay in business longer. We can help more people. We can live our purpose. And it's very important. I would argue it is the most important thing in your business. And I'm going to call this protecting your joy. So what is it? What is joy? The difference between joy and happiness. And this is just my own personal take on it and why I chose the word joy. It's because I feel like happiness is very fleeting. Like you see a big, delicious piece of cake and you're like, oh, that looks so good. And you're happy for a minute. And then you're done eating the cake. And now you feel regretful. It's fleeting. Happiness to me is great. It's great to seek. And a lot of people see joy and happiness as a synonym. So if you want to change the word up, that's fine with me. But what I'm talking about here today is a little bit deeper than a reaction and a temporary feeling. It's an overall emotion about what you're doing and who you are and how you're contributing to the world around you. And it comes from serving others, and it comes from lots of good decisions to chalk it up. So there actually is a formula that I've come up with to protect your joy. Too many obstacles day in and day out are robbing you from the daily joy. And when you stack up a bunch of bad days in a row or hard moments in a row, you start to look back and say, is this even worth it anymore? And that's when you need to take a bigger step back, and you need to go, what are the things that are robbing me of my joy, that are stifling my creativity, that are hampering my ability to lead my team with confidence and positivity? We've all heard about the grind. We've all heard about working hard. We've all heard about the struggle and what it takes. And a lot of us take a great deal of pride in overcoming the challenges that come with business leadership. But it doesn't have to be that hard, okay? It can be something where you go, I love my job. And that's where you need to get in order to thrive long-term. Joy is not merely a consequence of luck. It can be manufactured by identifying and harnessing the right habits that promote long-standing happiness or joy. To me, these habits fall into 4 categories: personal health, the business's financial health, the cohesion of your team, and the right fit patient profile and systems to prioritize your life and your business, right? So if you have those 4 things in alignment, then you're going to achieve lasting joy, and you're going to be able to share that joy. If you are miserable at work and you're just putting a smile on your face and you're playing a part, your patient will feel that. Your team will feel that. And that's the emotion that you will share. So as the leader, as the owner, it's vital that you become aware of your energy, that you become aware of your joy, and that you start taking action to protect it so that you can share it. All right. And I know this sounds goofy. If you're not a business owner, this would probably sound a little fluffy. And I'm not typically a fluffy person, but I really have seen this in action with myself too, throughout 15 years of dental marketing and 14 years of business ownership. I've seen moments where I've had consistent joy. And I've seen moments where I was facing burnout, and I've climbed out of that burnout to get back to that place of joy. So if you're in that place where you're like, I should just sell this thing, or maybe I should just go and do something totally different, try this first. Okay. You've put a lot into your career. You went into this for good reason, hopefully, and you deserve to experience a profession that does provide you with that lasting happiness. All right. So number one, repercussions of neglecting intentional protection of your joy may be total and complete burnout, where you can't do it anymore, where your dream, it was once your dream, it's now become your nightmare. We need to change that. 2, excessive unnecessary stress when confronting people that are a wrong fit or patients that are a wrong fit on a regular basis. You're going to have this constant underlying stress that's driving you and hijacking your rational brain. Number 3 is lost sleep and declining health. So how much of this work stress are you taking home with you? How much of it are you sleeping with? How much of it is holding you back in your physical body and in your mind? It really affects you. And number 4, the consequence here of a repercussion of neglecting intentional protection of your joy includes stress within your family and that lack of harmony on a day-to-day basis. If you're really strong in how you lead in your work and in your family, you will again be able to spread that happiness and joy. So number 3, we're going to talk about priorities and what priorities you should have and in the order you should have them and why. And understanding this just helps feed your joy. So your first priority, in my opinion, should be your faith. Having a relationship with God, with a higher power, is critical. Once we realize everything is not within our control, it allows us to let go a little bit. It allows us to be a better leader, and it gives us a higher purpose. That takes the day-to-day stuff, it makes it less catastrophic. It makes it less impactful on our nervous system, and it makes everything better. So if you haven't really found your faith, seek truth, seek faith, and it will make a big difference in your life overall. No one's going to do that for you. You have to do that for yourself. Number 2, your family, your people. You might not be married and have kids, but you have people. You have people that love you and depend on you and need you, and identify who those people are and the people you want to make an effort with and you want to be present with. We know that when we are so overly stressed with work because we haven't learned how to protect our joy, that it starts robbing us from being present when we're with the people that we care most about. So family, our number 2 priority. Arguably, number 2 priority could be health, because when you are healthy, you're more present for your family as well. So faith, family, your health, making time to prepare healthy meals and to get exercise and to know what's going on with you. You can't just physically push yourself through every day. Eventually it will catch up with you, and you want to get ahead of that. And then number 4, your business. And this is what we're going to talk about primarily today. Serving your team and your patients with confidence and positivity will enhance the priorities and the relationships with your family, and you strengthen your faith. It all works together, and it's all one big piece of health. You have spiritual health, you have physical health, you have emotional health, and without protecting your joy, you lose all of those things, which is essentially the meaning in life. So priorities within the business: remember your mission and core values in every decision you make. Do not build your business around any one person. Something I do in my business is every 3 years, each one of our team members gets a 3-week sabbatical. So that's a paid additional vacation on top of their PTO, where they are completely out of the business. It puts a great deal of strain on the company, but it's great for employee retention. It's a wonderful bonus for people to look forward to. And it allows the whole team to identify the areas of the business that are depending solely on that one person. So every 3 years, we do 3 weeks. And it is a challenging exercise for us, but it makes us stronger. Just like we stress our muscles, just like that stress makes us grow, intentional stress can be something that you choose to really propel you forward and to help your whole business thrive. Next, number 3, in protecting our joy in business, don't take things personally. This one is incredibly important. You could have a patient in the chair that's saying it still hurts, it still hurts, it still hurts, and you could be internalizing this as your effectiveness, but it could have nothing to do with you. This person could have such a high anxiety level that what you're doing isn't working. It may have literally nothing to do with you. And everyone is having their own kind of day, and they're going to bring their own energy in and out of your office. And you need to not take things personally. And that allows you to protect your energy and protect your positivity. So make time to dream and work on the business. So remember when you started your business and you were so excited about how you were going to do things, how you were going to do things differently, how you were going to grow. And a lot of people probably thought your dreams were unrealistic. And here you are, killing it, doing great. You can't lose that. You have to maintain that excitement for innovation. If you don't, you get kind of stuck in the mundane, you lose that creativity in you, you stagnate, and your team needs growth just as much as you need growth. So make sure you take time to dream and work on the business, not just 24/7 in the business, okay? Next, identify the people and processes that are stealing your joy so that you can remove them. Vocal patients that know everyone in town might vow to take down your reputation and destroy your business if you don't give them all their money back and do whatever they say. Goodbye. We are not going to negotiate with people like this. We're not going to make decisions out of fear. We're going to look at our contractual relationships and protect ourselves from things that look and smell a lot like extortion. So if you've been in business long enough, you've faced one of these people. They go through life this way. They eat the whole steak dinner and then they demand a refund. And you don't have to do it. You don't have to play their game. Go back to your policy, go back to your expectation, and stand your ground. Because patients like that, guess what? Their friends, they know them. They know how they are. They know how they overreact. They know how they behave at a restaurant. It's not going to kill you. You might get one bad review and you might need to fight it. You might need to do some uncomfortable things, but you need to protect your joy. And you don't want to create an environment where you're not a strong leader, where people realize they can just threaten you to get whatever they want. So make those boundaries and stick with them. And again, remove the things that rob you of your joy. Number 2, employee. I say number 2, I've got numbers on my notes here. You may have an employee that has a bad attitude or is unreliable. You need to confront that behavior directly and immediately. And unless you see change, you need to let them go. That's hard. A lot of dentists hold on to the wrong fit employee for way too long. And then they're completely depleted of energy and they're unable to lead the team in a positive way. And it affects everyone else that works for you. Next, build instructions and expectations for every single task. When we fail to set expectations for our team members, for our patients, then we're setting ourselves up for those people to be disappointed because they're setting their own expectations. So when you have expectations in place, you're clearing up miscommunications, you are being unambiguous, and you're able to move forward in a positive way. And usually when I meet someone who's miserable, they have an issue with one of these things I'm recommending, at least one of these things. They hold on to the painful patient. They hold on to the employee who they don't know if they're going to show up today or not. They hold on to these things because, and at the core of this, it's a lack of, in my opinion, it's a lack of faith, that priority I mentioned. And when you don't have a relationship with God, a lot of times you're more susceptible to falling into people-pleasing behavior because you're looking for that validation. You're looking for your identity to come from what other people think and feel about you and what they say about you. So when we no longer have that desire or that attachment to the approval of others, we are able to have clear and rational thinking, less emotional thinking. We're able to make quicker decisions and good decisions, and we're able to move forward from there. And the last tip I'm going to share with you today is to make enough time to communicate. Too many doctors rush through their day, rush through everything that they're doing, and they don't block time to communicate with their team. They don't make time for enough communication with new patients, consultations. That piece of your business is arguably the most important piece. And no one person, no one relationship, no one practice, no one service offering that maybe you don't enjoy, no one thing is worth losing your joy. And it will lead to a spiral of negativity if you don't cut those things out and refocus on those priorities I mentioned. So I hope this video helps you. It was something I've been meaning to do for a long time. You may see me comment on things like protect your joy, protect your joy, protect your joy. It's one of my many mantras I tell myself as I'm making decisions in business leadership. So hope this is helpful, and I hope you have a great day. Thanks.